They're good, but they're expensive. What I like about them is that they usually come out the same day you call them. That's certainly worth something. You know how we are. We can't play without all our modern conveniences. How long are you going to be at the service station? I don't know for sure. Not long if they're not busy. Maybe an hour. Could you drop me off at the department store? I want to look at some shoes they advertised on sale. Sure thing. I'll probably go over to the bowling alley to talk to Tim while they're fixing the car. Where should I meet you then? I can pick you up in an hour and a half in front of the drugstore. Is that okay? Fine with me. I'll see you then. Do you mind if we stop by the post office? I have to mail these letters and I don't have any stamps. Oh, I have some. We don't need to go all the way to the post office. That would save time. Can you let me have 2 ml stamps and 1 regular one? Here you are. Are you sure that's enough? Yes, that's fine. Now all we have to do is find a mailbox. The mail has arrived. Did I get anything? I think so. Let me look. You got something from the bank and an advertisement from a health spa. Give me the letter from the bank. It might be important. Here. Maybe you've overdrawn your account. No danger of that. I don't have any money to overdraw. I hope it's an offer of that job I applied for. What time is it? About 2:30. What time does the mail arrive? Normally around 3 o'clock. But it's already been delivered today. That's too bad. I wanted to have the mailman pick up this letter. How important is it? Very. It's the payment on my car. I'm already a week late. Well, the only thing to do is to drive to the post office. That's the catch. My car broke down this morning. No problem. I'll drive you. Dr. Khan's office, may I help you? Yes, I'd like to make an appointment for a dental checkup. Are you one of the doctor's regular patients? No, I'm not. I recently moved to this area and a friend of mine recommended Dr. Khan. I see. Dr. Khan can see you next Thursday. Do you prefer morning or afternoon? Morning is best for me. Would 10:30 be all right? That would be fine. Good. We'll expect you then at 10:30 on Thursday. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello, may I speak to Thuy, please? Just a minute. Thuy, it's for you. Hello. Hi, Thuy, this is Lam. Would you like to go to a movie tonight? Thanks, I'd love to. I haven't been to a movie for a long time. Good. I'll pick you up around 7:30 then. The movie starts at 8. Fine, I'll be ready. Was that the telephone ringing? I didn't hear anything. I thought I heard it ring 2 or 3 times. Sometimes when the windows are open, you can hear the neighbor's phone. Well, I'm expecting an important phone call, and I don't want to miss it. Is there anything I should know about? Not really. It has something to do with work, and doesn't really affect us here at home. Well, why don't you go ahead and do what you wanted to do outside? I'll call you if the phone rings for you. Thanks. I think I will. I've been waiting so long now, I'm getting nervous. I need to relax outdoors. When did you get here? Just a few minutes ago. We've been waiting for almost an hour. I'm sorry, but I had car trouble, a flat tire. Oh, that's too bad. Couldn't you have telephoned? I was going to, but I didn't have any change for a payphone. You could have gotten some change in a store. Not really. The tire went flat out on the edge of the town. There wasn't any place to call from. Well, at least you're here now. No need to wait any longer, so let's get started. Excuse me, could you tell me which way Son's bookstore is? Yes, it's that way. You go 2 blocks, then turn left. It's on the corner opposite the post office. Thanks. I've only been in town a few days, so I really don't know my way around yet. Oh, I know how you feel. We moved here a year ago, and I still don't know where everything is. Where on earth are we? Judging by all the traffic, I'd say we're near the heart of the downtown area. What did I do wrong? Did it take a wrong turn? I'm not sure, but I think that you turned left when you should have turned right. Well, now the problem is how to get back onto the main highway. Well, if I may offer a suggestion, why don't you stop and ask a policeman? Yeah, I think I see one up there in the next block. Is this where I catch the bus for the zoo? You can take a T30 from here, but then you have to walk about 6 blocks. That doesn't sound too bad. Actually, if you go to the bus stop in the next block, you can take a Z8, which will let you ride off in front of the zoo. Maybe that's what I'll do. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Shall we take a taxi or a bus to the meeting? We'd better take a bus. It's almost impossible to find a taxi during rush hour. Isn't that a bus stop over there? Yes. Oh, there's a bus now. We'll have to run to catch it. Okay. Oh no, we just missed it. Never mind. There'll be another one in 10 minutes. What time does the bus leave for the airport? I don't know. It used to leave every half hour, but I think the schedule's been changed. Do you know the telephone number to call? It's Enterprise 74700. At least that's what it used to be. Yeah, I'll try it. They don't seem to answer. I expect that it's a little too early. I don't think they open until 9 o'clock. There's a good chance that Ming will get home today. Yeah, I had a letter from her friend, Thang, yesterday, and she said that Mary would probably arrive today. Well, I hope she drives carefully. You know how the traffic is this time of year. Oh, Ming's a good driver, and pretty careful too. I don't think we need to worry about her being careless. True, but nonetheless, that doesn't mean that all the other drivers are careful. There are lots of wild drivers out there. I have confidence in Ming. She's very good about driving defensively. What time does Martha's plane get in? I'm not sure, but I think at 2:35. I'll call the airline to make sure. Why don't you do that while I change my clothes? Do you think Zee or Bing will want to go? I don't know. I guess we could call them. I know Zee has to work, but maybe Bing can go. Okay, call her first, then the airline. I'll go get ready. Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a pair of white gloves. I think you wear size 6. The white gloves are on this counter. Let's see. Here's a size 6. These are very nice, and they're washable too. Oh, I'll try them on. They seem to fit. How much are they? $5. All right, I'll take them. That'll be $5.20 with the tax. I think this material is much prettier than that, don't you? Well, I don't know. I like them both. Why do you like that one better? Well, the design is more interesting, and the colors are brighter, and it's not as expensive either. Oh, I see what you mean. And besides, these colors are more becoming to you. Do you really think so? I'll buy it then. How much is this? You mean the large one or the small one? The large one. They're on special this week. They've been reduced to $5. Is this the only kind you have? No, we have some that are different in style, but not in color. They're over there. Do you see the sign? Oh, yes. I think I'll look at those over there before I decide. Very well. Just take your time. I forgot my watch. What time is it? It's about 9:30. Do you think I'll have time to go to the drugstore before it closes? I don't know. What time does it close? I think at 10 o'clock. Can't you make it in half an hour? I don't know. I've got to change my clothes first. Why don't you just go as you are? Nobody important is going to see you. That's what you think. The last time I went like this, about 10,000 people I know saw me. 10,000? Well, at least 2 or 3. Would you like to order now? Yes, I'd like bacon and eggs with buttered toast, no jelly. What would you like to drink? Do you have hot chocolate? Yes, we do. Then I'll have a cup of hot chocolate. How do you want your eggs? Over easy, please. Are you ready to order now, sir? Yes, I'll have tomato soup, roast beef, mashed potatoes, and peas. That's tomato soup, roast beef, mashed potatoes, and peas. How do you want the beef? Rare, medium, or well done? Well done, please. Anything to drink? Just water. I'll have coffee with my dessert. May I help you? I'd like to cash this check, please. Do you have a card with us? Yeah, here's my identification card. Do you want large or small bills? Actually, I want to buy some traveler's checks. What denomination? 20s would be fine. Do you want the whole amount in traveler's checks? Yes, please. Excuse me, is this seat taken? No, it isn't. Would you mind moving over one so my friend and I can sit together? No, not at all. Thanks a lot. Yes, sir. May I help you? I have a reservation for tonight, Tom. Just a moment, please, while I check. That is correct. You have a reservation of a 3-room suite for tonight. I'm afraid there's been a mistake. I only asked for a single room, not a suite. I'm sorry, Mr. Tom, but we have only the suite available. Your request arrived too late to reserve a single. There's a large convention in town this week, and we're full up. Well, if that's the way it is, I'll have to take it. Just sign the register here, and I'll have your bag sent up later. It's suite 718. What time are you leaving tomorrow? You mean to go to the graduation ceremony? Yes, I'd like to go with you if I may. I'd be delighted to take you. I plan to leave here about 9:30. Fine, I can be ready by then. Okay, I'll pick you up at your house. See you tomorrow then, about 9:30. Can you help me? What seems to be the trouble? My zipper's stuck. Let me take a look. It looks as if a piece of your blouse is caught in the zipper. Can you get it out without tearing the blouse? I think so. We'll just have to be patient and work it out little by little. This happened to me once, and I finally got the zipper clear without tearing anything. Well, be careful. I hope you can get it. This is a new blouse. Never fear. If we go slowly, it should come loose without causing any damage. Did you find the money I left on the desk? Yes, but what's it for? Did you see the note I left? I didn't see any note. Well, I left a note saying I wanted you to get some stamps at the post office. Why can't you get them? The post office is closed when I get off work. You could get them on Saturday morning. I know, but I won't be in town on Saturday. I'm going on a hike with some of the guys. Okay, I'll get them for you. What do you need? I need a book of regular stamps and 2 of airmail. And thanks for doing it for me. It's okay, you're welcome. Do you think you can manage this on your own? I think so, but it would help if we could go over the procedure one more time. I'd be glad to, but I don't have the time right now. Then why don't I just go ahead and practice, and you can check me out later. It was going to suggest that because it seems to me that you've got it down pat. That's encouraging, but I'd still like one more review, if you don't mind. Not at all. I'll be back this afternoon. Can I help you with those packages? Huh? Why? Well, yes. I could use some help. That's very kind of you. No trouble at all. Are you parked nearby? Right over there. The white station wagon. Where do you want me to put these? In the back will be fine. Just let me open the tailgate. It looks as if you're having Christmas early at your house. No, it's my twin girl's birthday, so I had to buy presents for 2. Hey, what's the rush? The bank closes in half an hour and I need to cash a check. I can lend you some money. I need to cash a check because I'm going on a trip this weekend. Actually, I want to buy some traveler's checks. Can I help in any way? You can drive me to the bank if you want to. My car's out of gas. Yeah, glad to. Let's go. Wait just a minute. I have to get my checkbook out of the desk. Is there anything I can do? I'd like to help in some way if I can. I can't think of anything at the moment. Well, maybe I could run errands or something. You could if I needed something. I feel so useless just hanging around with nothing to do. Don't worry, in a couple of days there'll be too much to do. Then you'll want to be back in these lazy days. I guess I'm just a workaholic. I never was very good at doing nothing. Maybe you should learn how to relax and enjoy yourself more. Can you get a babysitter for tonight? I don't know. Why? Well, I thought we could go out for dinner and then go to a movie afterward. I can call Debbie and see if she's available. She usually doesn't like to sit during the week, but she might make an exception. Well, do that, and then call me at the office if you have any luck. Okay, but don't get your hopes too high. It's hard to find a good babysitter these days. They'll never help us. You know that old saying, you can't get blood out of a turnip. I know, but that's no reason not to ask them. We asked them last year, and what did they say? Actually, they didn't say anything. Yeah, they didn't say anything, and they didn't do anything. I think they might do something this year. I was talking to Lan last week, and I thought I detected a more friendly attitude. There you go with your optimism. Don't get your hopes too high. I won't, but it doesn't hurt to expect the best. Sometimes you get it. Well, shall we meet? You mean to talk about the party? Right. We really need to plan better this time. Remember what a mess it was at the last party? I sure do. I hope we'll do much more planning this time. Well, that's why we're going to meet tomorrow at my house. How does 7:30 sound to you? Fine by me. Uncle Lan and Hua. We'll see you tomorrow. Hi. I'm glad I ran into you. Why? What's up? How'd you like to go on a hike this weekend? All weekend? Well, just Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure I can be gone all weekend. I promised to help my sister move Saturday. How about Sunday then? We could start early in the morning. I might be able to do that. Let me check and I'll call you at home tonight. Great. I'll talk to you later. So long. Just look. The day has dawned lovely. It suddenly looks clear. Good day for a picnic. I was thinking the same thing. Well, how about it then? Okay by me. How soon do you want to leave? Say, in an hour. Make it an hour and a half. We have to take time to get some more food. And besides that, I'd like to invite Tien and Ving. Fine. While you getting things ready in the house, I'll go pack the car. What shall we do today? Do you have something special in mind? No, not really. I just thought that it might be fun to do something we've never done before. Well, are you feeling adventuresome? Do you want to do something dangerously exciting? It doesn't have to be dangerous or exciting, just something different. I need a change. I feel like I'm in a rut. I know the feeling. Usually I get it every spring. I feel I have to get away from it all, you know. Seek new horizons, new beginnings. I thought that was spring fever. What I'm talking about is a change. Change from the humdrum, the mundane. Sounds like the same thing to me. You just got spring fever in the fall. Well, anyway, can we discuss what we're going to do today? Maybe we'll come up with some kind of terrific idea. Okay by me. I haven't the remotest idea where it is. Have you looked upstairs? Yes, and downstairs and in the basement. I've even looked in the car. Well, the last time I saw it, it was on the table in the living room. Mother said she put it in the den, but it isn't there. At least if it is, I can't see it. Did you ask her if he's seen it? He said he didn't even know I had one. It seems that it will remain the mystery disappearance of the century. Unfortunately, I really need it. Hey, curiosity killed the cat. Now, just what do you mean by that remark? I saw you nosing around in my mail. I wasn't nosing around in your mail. I was looking for something. Uh-huh. That's what they all say. Why would it be in my mail? I think I left it there on your desk a day or so ago. If that's the case, just tell me what it is and I'll have you look for it. It's that memo from headquarters about the new quarterly plan. I was supposed to write a reply for the supervisor. Oh, that. I put it in that file cabinet by the door. It's in the second drawer. Oh, thanks a lot. I don't understand how or why, but it seems to have disappeared. But you just had it this morning, didn't you? Yes, and I was being very careful. I thought not to misplace it. Have you checked all the usual places? The usual and the unusual. Well, when I get finished here, I'll give you a hand in looking for it. Thanks. I'd really appreciate it. Hey, look what I found. That's it. Where in the world was it? Apparently, it had fallen off the table into the corner. I hear you've been ill. Well, I had the flu for a couple of weeks, but I'm fine now. You're looking well, by the way. Did you hear about Mrs. Bong? No, what about her? She has such a bad case of the flu that they had to take her to the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You look rather pale. Aren't you feeling well? Not very. I was sick most of the night. I didn't sleep very well. What seems to be the matter? Is it the flu? No, I think it's something I ate. We ate at that new restaurant last night, and I must have eaten something that didn't agree with me. Was it that new restaurant over on 4th Street? As a matter of fact, it was. Why do you ask? Because Hong ate there last week and had the same kind of problem. He was sick the next day too. That's interesting. Maybe the health authorities should investigate the place. That's what I think. Two people with similar problems in such a short time can't just be coincidence. You look happy today. I'm happy. I just heard I passed my physics exam. Congratulations. I'm glad somebody is happy. Why? What's the matter? Oh, I'm just worried, I guess. I have to take a history exam next week. I give up. I simply can't learn French. Why do you say that? I think you're making a lot of progress. No, I'm not. I try and I still can't speak it very well. Learning any language takes a lot of effort. But don't give up. Why don't we practice those dialogues together? Good idea. That just might help. Whose book is this? It's mine. Why do you ask? Could I borrow it? I've been wanting to read it. Be my guest. But I warn you, it's not as good as they say. What's the matter with it? Well, for one thing, the plot is highly improbable, and for another, the characters seem more like paper dolls than people. That's strange. Usually that author does a good job of characterization. I've read 3 of his books and thought they were all well done. I've been a fan of his for a long time too, but he really flopped on this one. What did the reviews say? They were mixed. Some good, some bad. My review, bad. How's school going? Just fine. I finally got the grant to go to graduate school. Great! Are you starting your doctorate? That's right. I'm going to do it in biochemistry. Sounds like an interesting field. It is to me. You've got a degree in nuclear physics, haven't you? Just a master's degree. Actually, biochemistry is a lot better field for me. I've always preferred chemistry to physics. What do you plan to do after you finish? I haven't decided yet, but probably medical research. Well, you've got some years of hard study ahead of you. I know it. Brr, I'm cold. I thought it was supposed to get warmer today. Yeah, I thought so too. That's what the weatherman said. It must be the wind that makes it so cold. I'm freezing. Me too. Let's go inside. Okay, it's no fun standing out here, even if the sun is shining. Did you hear how cold it got last night? I heard the radio announcer say it was 18 degrees below zero. That's cold. I could hardly start my car. It was so cold this morning. My car didn't want to start either at first. Don't you have a garage? Not in the new apartment. We have to leave the car in the parking lot. How much antifreeze do you put in your car then? You must have to keep it well below zero. I do. Right now I have it protected to 30 below. Does it ever get that cold around here? Not really. It sometimes gets to 20 below. Speaking of cold, how about going for a cup of coffee to warm up? What a scorcher! This got to be the hottest day we've had so far this summer. You can say that again. I've never suffered so much from the heat. This is the kind of weather that makes me want to stay inside and do nothing. I'm so glad we have air conditioning. Me too. I don't know how they stood it in the old days with only fans and shade trees to keep them cool. I guess it took a strong pioneer spirit. Well, I certainly don't seem to have it. My uncle says that it's going to be a very hot summer. Really? How does he know? Oh, he believes in the farmer's almanac. He's always referring to it for information about the future weather, what's going to happen to crops and that sort of thing. My grandfather was always quoting the almanac too. He put great store in it. I've often wondered, though, just how accurate the weather predictions were. I never did check on it. I did once or twice. If I remember correctly, it was only about 50% right, but there was an amazingly high percentage of correct information about the weather and crops. I wish the almanac could help me in a personal matter. I have to make an important decision soon, and I just don't know where to start. What do you do in your spare time? Oh, nothing special. I read, watch TV, go to the movies. Don't you have any hobbies like stamp collecting or things like that? No, I don't have any hobbies. How about you? I have just one, photography. It's expensive, but it's a lot of fun. Say, Vu, do you play bridge? No, I don't play any card games, but I know how to play chess. How about you, Tuấn? Well, I happen to be one of the best chess players around. Okay, let's play then. We'll see who's the best. Say, what's your favorite sport? It's hard to say. I like golf a lot, but I guess I like tennis better. Do you play much tennis? Yes, quite a bit. How about a game sometime? Sorry, I'm strictly a spectator. Football, baseball, basketball, golf, I watch them all. Listen, somebody is playing the piano. Yeah, it sounds nice, doesn't it? I wish I could play a musical instrument. Don't you play the violin? No, but my sister does. Actually, she's pretty good at it. I took flute lessons for a couple of years, but I never learned to play very well. I guess I don't have any musical talent. Oh, that's not true. You sing very well. I can't even do that. What did you say? I said that it's a lovely day. Why don't we go for a walk? Can you wait a few minutes? I have to finish this letter. Don't take too long. It would be a shame not to take advantage of such lovely weather. I won't be long. No more than 10 minutes. Why don't you go ahead and I'll meet you in the park? Believe I will. Look for me near the rock garden. Did you watch the game last night? I sure did. I wouldn't have missed it for anything. I think it was one of the best games I've ever seen. Me too. I thought both teams played super ball. Too bad one had to lose. Yeah, I thought they were evenly matched. It could have gone either way. That shot that won in the last 5 seconds was really something. The other night certainly was an interesting one, wasn't it? You enjoyed it then? Immensely. I don't think I've ever been with such a stimulating group of people. They're lively, aren't they? I think they're one of the liveliest groups I've ever been with. I suddenly got my mind stressed. I think it was shrinking. I find that's true with me too. One needs that kind of company now and again just to keep the old grey matter from getting stagnant. Will the group be meeting again soon? Not for another 2 months. We're taking a month's break because so many of us are going to be on vacation. Well, let me know when you're going to meet again. I'd like to join you. Don't worry, I will. How long before we get to Dalat? Oh, I don't know. About an hour, I guess. Do you want to play a game of chess? Do you think we'll have time? We can play till we get to Dalat. Okay, but I'm not very good. That's what they all say. No, seriously, I haven't played very much at all. Well, that doesn't matter. Neither have I. But I really would like to learn to play well. Practice makes perfect, they say. I know, but I don't think I'll ever be able to practice enough. Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something important I have to tell you. Can't it wait? Not really. It's pretty important. Is it a matter of life and death? Well, not exactly, but almost. It could affect our future drastically. Sounds to me like a scheme to get us away from the TV. Yeah, what's more important than this championship game? Just like I said, what do we have to discuss? How long will it take? Not more than 5 minutes. Okay, but wait until the next commercial. And remember, no more than 5 minutes. Did you see the Academic Awards program last night on TV? I watched for a while, then I had to go to bed. You missed a good show. I didn't agree with the selection for Best Picture, though. I guess I missed that part. What happened? Oh, they chose some picture that was so avant-garde that no one understands it. Well, I don't go to the movies very often. You know me. I prefer more active type things. Too bad. I really wanted to discuss it with someone. Did you hear about that guy who was struck by lightning? You mean that man up in Taiping? That's the one. The blind guy who could see again. I read about him in the paper this week. He'd been blind for about 8 or 9 years. Wasn't he also able to hear again after the lightning hit him? Right. He didn't have to wear a hearing aid anymore. I think it was a miracle. Me too. Can't we go someplace and talk? It's so crowded in here. Well, there's a little park down the street about 3 blocks. It's usually not crowded this time of day. Let's go. I need to get some fresh air anyway. Just what is it you want to talk about? You remember that note you sent me last month? Which one? The one about the ship out west? Yeah, that's the one. Listen, I've got a terrific idea about the whole project, and we need to discuss it. Wonderful. I'd like to hear some of your ideas. I really enjoyed that movie. I did too. At first I thought it was going to be a drag, but then it really got good. What part did you like the best? Oh, I don't know. I guess the scene that grabbed me the most was the one in which the old man was dying. I liked that one too. In fact, I cried. To tell you the truth, I had a few tears in my eyes. Now what? How about a Coke and a hamburger? Super! The economic news doesn't look good, does it? Not according to the newspaper yesterday. I saw a similar report last night on TV. I saw that too. The analysis seemed to be quite realistic. I hope they're wrong. We really need to get the rising price structure under control. Well, costs seem to be rising in so many categories that it appears to defeat any efforts at stabilization. That's my feeling too. Raw materials now cost more. Labor is demanding higher wages, and production costs continue to soar. There may be some relief this summer. I understand the price of some foodstuffs will decrease.